Yo guys, what's up? How's it going? So I wanted to make a second video about the inexperienced or in-game accessory creators because pretty much since my last video, which was only a couple of weeks ago, these games have improved massively. There's now loads of them popping up all over Roblox, and I found some of the best ones to pretty much cover in today's video. I just want to say this is probably going to be my last video about these, unless there's like any more revolutionary UGC customizable games that open up. But yeah, for now, we've got a few pretty good ones, so I guess we're going to check them out in today's video. Starting off with Lucas's one again, the basic UGC creator, the OG one I guess, unless you count Roblox's one, because this has had a massive update and they've basically added like loads of new meshes to choose from. So as I was saying guys, since my last video from the other week, this game has had a massive update. They've now added in a ton of new meshes that you can customize and edit and put stickers on and draw all over. One of them was a bit different than the others. It was the Minecraft pixel head. Well, I guess it's not technically Minecraft, it's more of like a pixel character. It could even be a Terraria character if you wanted it to be. But I just wanted to show you guys this one quickly because I thought the way it was like made was really cool. So when you draw on it, instead of the pen just going all over the place, like what was happening on the other accessories, it pretty much puts it in as pixels. As you can see for the hat selection, you can find out where the front of the face is because it kind of loads it in like a beard or something, which is kind of smart. And you can see the mouth there, but yeah, I just drew like a basic face on this thing just so you guys can see what it looks like. I thought that was really cool, so I just wanted to show you guys this one quickly. If you were to publish that, that would be 105 Robux, which I guess is not really too bad. There was also a second item I just thought I could try, and that was the shades. I did decide to upload these onto my account. So yeah, there's a few new meshes and things like that in this game. If you want to check it out, go for it. The second game I just want to show you guys quickly in today's video is this one, the BB UGC creator by Blueberry. You guys might remember Blueberry from one of my old event videos, but these guys have incorporated layered clothing. If you guys are interested in that, apparently you can add skibbity Riz stickers, just what I've always wanted, right? But they've also got a ton of like really cool accessories, and one thing that these guys managed to implement was layers. So you know how in Photoshop and Paint.net you have layers when you're like making an image? Well, apparently this game has layers while you're creating a custom UGC. So yeah, we can check this one out as well. You know, I had to give a shout out to Blueberry for creating my shark UGC many years ago, but yeah, these guys again, just like Lucas, have done a really good job. They've added in a ton of these meshes which you can customize and, you know, do whatever you want with. There was a Labubu keychain. I'm not too sure about the copyright on that, but then again, maybe the Labubu creator doesn't mind because yeah, there is plenty of bootlegs of these things, not just in games but in real life as well. But the cool thing about this is it has layers, so you can literally like draw like a base layer and then paint on top of it and add stickers and things like that. I thought that was really cool. It's awesome to see these games upgrading and getting new features. Like there's so many different ones now, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, I was just designing like this funny skull Labubu thing. I don't even know what I was doing really. I was just completely ruining this mesh, making a complete mess of an item. I did like the layer system though, that was really cool. So this one was only 75 Robux, but I guess it is a waste accessory, so they're kind of cheap. I did also try to make a hat, kind of using like the textures and layers and things like that. I did find it a bit tricky, but I did come up with this like skull bucket hat at the end for 105 Robux, not too bad. I'll show you guys all the accessories I made in the game in a minute. Before I do that, I want to show you this game, Create Custom UGC Chains. So honestly, this is like one of the first ones where you don't necessarily draw or put stickers on it. It's literally like a custom accessory. You enter in text and then it applies to the chain, and it looks really professional. So I'm going to go and jump into this game and I'll show you what this one looks like as well. So upon joining the game, straight away it's made a custom shark blocks chain, which doesn't even look bad. Obviously it's just, you know, taken it from my Roblox username. That's just the default, but you see where it says text here? You can type in anything you want. So you could type in some numbers, you could type in some text, just something random. You could probably type in something offensive. Should we try like the F word or something? Oh god. Now here's the thing, if you do type in something offensive, it will get you a warning, because if you think about it, this is an asset which is being published onto your account. I have been told about people making some very offensive stuff and it kind of getting like a bypass or whatever, but I just want to give a warning, those people will get like banned. Either it'll be a warning or it will just be like straight up account termination, and they will also lose the Robux that of course they paid to upload these items. So let's make a nice one. Yeah, something which isn't too offensive. So I was going to go for shark, but I think I'm going to go for 777 for like a lucky chain. And yeah, you can choose the colors. You can choose the color scheme. You can choose the chain style. So this is just like actually really cool. I didn't even know this was possible. I had no idea you could sort of like like add text into this stuff. Looks like you can do like a chain for different body types, like the woman torso. Yeah, this is really cool stuff. So what was I going to do? Like a green one maybe for like good luck. I think that might be kind of cool. Obviously the downside is you can't sell this stuff, which is still a shame. That would be really cool if you could easily make stuff and sell it. But then again, would anybody buy it? I don't know. So let's see what other options we've got. We've got the move options, so you can just like scale it a little bit better. So that's going to be just the text. So if we zoom in there, is that going to let us position it a little bit better? Oh, it's kind of a bit tricky to move. And then I guess that option's probably the entire necklace. Right, I get it. So maybe something like that. Obviously you're customizing it for your own character, so yeah, you're not exactly going to be able to sell it to somebody else. So if it doesn't fit somebody else's avatar, it doesn't really matter. You can enlarge the text, you can make it smaller, and so there you go. I think I'm just going to go and buy this thing. So this thing is only 65 Robux for a custom chain. Not bad at all, because if you think about it, buying one would be well more expensive, so that's a very good deal. Yes, so as I was saying, guys, I will show you what these three look like in a game before I play the last accessory creator that I wanted to show you guys. So if I just jump into a catalog avatar creator quickly, I'll just showcase these three. And then here is all of my free items that I just made. So we've got a bucket hat, the shades, and also the chain as well. Genuinely, I think all of them look pretty good. The chain is my favorite. With that, you can't even tell it was like an in-game UGC creator. It just looks like it was made in Blender. The glasses, again, really cool. Kind of scruffy though with the texture, but I guess that was my fault. I kind of messed it up a bit. The bucket hat, pretty good. Yeah, I would say the meshes on these things are like really clean. They look so nice. So a big improvement since my last video. And guys, the final game, I have saved this until last because I think this one is the most impressive. Maybe the accessories from this don't look incredible, but it's kind of like an old version of Blender built on Roblox where you can make very basic looking 3D accessories and upload them. And yes, they are fully customizable. So I was really impressed with this one. This is pretty much why I'm making today's video. So if I just go and jump into the game, I guess we can make something entirely custom. So here we are in Roblox Blender, or that's what I like to call it anyway. So what I'd recommend doing first is opening up the presets menu, because as you guys can see, there are loads of different models in here which have been created 100% only using this game. So they're block models. They're very basic. As you can see, if we load in this one, the little buddy, you can see it's a noob which sits on your avatar's head, and it's made out of blocks, and it's really simple. So you've got your tools at the top, you know, you've got your scale tool, you've got your rotate tool, move tool. As I was saying, it's like a really basic version of Blender. Actually, maybe not even Blender. So I'm just going to delete all of this noob, and then I guess we can create something from scratch. So if you go to the block menu, you guessed it, you can add in blocks. So all you do is you keep your camera inside of this sort of like red grid thing, and when you want to place a block there, you just click on it basically, and you can make some really funny creations. Obviously it's very basic, that's why I'm kind of comparing it to the first ever version of Blender, or maybe even an earlier 3D editing software, but it's really cool. The concept's there, like it works. You can sort of make some funny stuff. I don't know what I'm making. It looks like SpongeBob's boxing karate gear or something, but I decided to paint it yellow. And yeah, I guess I'm just going to go with this. One really cool thing about this game though is you can actually add your own custom stickers. So what you do is you go on the stickers menu, you click on the plus icon, then you upload a decal, you go and copy the asset ID of your decal, and you can go and add it as a sticker into this game, and you can do what you want with it. So you could add like faces, you could add little logos. The only thing you've got to keep in mind is stickers do get a bit pixelated when you go and publish an accessory. So maybe that's kind of like something that these people need to work on, or Roblox needs to implement, because as you can see, the stickers I put in here, yeah, they're kind of like in 144p, which isn't too great. The smaller the model, the worse they look. But there you go. I made some crazy thing. Don't even ask me what that is. You can try it on your avatar if you want to. And yeah, I am going to buy this. I know it's kind of stupid. 105 Robux for that monstrosity. But for an example, right, it's perfect just for like a quick demo for today's video, because yeah, you can pretty much make anything you want to. Well, it's got to be basic. And here we are just for the quick test inside of the game. As you can see, here is the first one. It came out kind of well. I like it. You can sort of see the lines a little bit where the model comes together, but overall the mesh is kind of solid. It's crazy to me that there's a game where you can put several blocks together and then transform it into a UGC mesh. How did they even get that working? I don't know. It's ridiculous. But yeah, this thing kind of looks awesome, right? Looks a little bit glitchy from the side and the stickers and stuff, but not bad. And the second one, so yeah, I didn't show you guys myself building this, but I built like a tiny little zombie shoulder buddy. Well, I planned it to be a shoulder pal, and then I realized inside of this game you can only publish hats, which is all good, you know. It's a nice game for like a start. And yeah, overall guys, I think these games are pretty cool. Obviously the only downside is you can't resell your stuff, but as I said in my last video, it's understandable because otherwise the catalog would be absolutely flooded with crap. Anyway, check these games out if you're feeling creative and you want to have a custom accessory all to yourself. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it really.